Hello, and welcome to episode 7? Episode 8 of my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play series. You're watching the Nobleboulders, and when we left off in last episode, we just had a wave of migrants arrive. We are in the autumn of our first year. We had just set up our dwarves with their laborers so that they could do all of the basic stuff to keep the fortress running, and we had just said it would be great if we got another set of dwarves in here with some skills that we can use for some industries. And amongst our 7 dwarves, we have a dwarf with a skill of 11 in metal crafting. Right there. So he has great metal crafting, which is absolutely great. We also have one with great pressing, which is not as useful, but I'm really excited about this metal crafter. That's going to come in really, really handy. So what we're going to be doing here is we need to get some workshops going. Before I do that, I'm going to go in and make sure I've added enough bedrooms for this new migrant wave. So we're going to have a total of 15 plus 7, 22 dwarves at this point. So I need to make sure I have at least 22 bedrooms available for them. And then we're going to go down and get set up with our metal industry. I've already got the space designated for it, but I haven't dug it out yet. But we will be fixing that in just a moment. So we're going to go down here to our bedroom level, where we've just set up a whole lot of tasks for cabinets and beds to be placed, and coffers also. And we've got some dwarves that are hauling the furniture around, getting those set up. So what we need to do is we currently have a total of 4 times 4, 16 bedrooms set up. So we are going to need to add another 6 minimum. So what we're going to do, am I doing that right? Yeah. 16 and 6 is 22. I can do math. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go off of our little corridor up here that we have. We're going to dig a tunnel here. That tunnel's going to go up like so. And then right in this little pocket here, we're going to build a bedroom there and a bedroom there. And then a 3rd bedroom like so. And then this is just going to connect around like this. And connect down here like so. And then I can remove this designation right here. So that's going to give us 6. Make sure I open up the doorway to those like so. And then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side here. So we're going to be going down with these. So those were offset to the left. So these are going to be offset to the right. So we're coming off of the corridor here. Let's see, so the bedrooms are going to be here, which means the corridor is going to be here. Like so. I just want to make sure that I did that correctly. It does look like I did. So we're going to have to let that get dug out. Oh, look at that. Someone made a masterpiece bed. Okay, someone canceled construction of a building, could not reach the site. So I'm wondering if I might be running into some issues here with the way that I laid out the furniture. I thought that you could get diagonally past a cabinet to a bed, but I might be incorrect on that. Huh. Okay, so no matter, either way. So let's see what's going on here with that. We're going to zoom to the location. It's this one right there here that he couldn't get to. So there's a door, a floor, and a bed. right? I might have to put the bed in the middle. I'm not sure if the beds actually block or not. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Well, let's have a look here. We have one here. It doesn't say that it's not passable. Huh. Alright, we're going to let them go to town, and if I need to come back and do some rearrangement of the furniture in these rooms, I can do that. That's fine. Okay, so now we need to go up to our workshop level, which we set as F2. So we're going to need a couple things here in order to get this going. The first thing that we're going to need is we're going to need an ore stockpile. We're going to need a smelter. We're going to need a wood-burning furnace to make charcoal. And we're also going to be needing... is that it? Actually, that might be it. Oh, right. So we need a forge, we need a smelter, and we need a wood stockpile. Now, the thing is, we don't have an anvil yet. And we're not going to be able to get an anvil for another season. But I can still start on getting the bar smelting going and the wood burning stuff going. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So, our wood burning, let's see, we got our carpenter shop here. This was going to be our ash stockpile, if I recall, and I believe that we were going to make this our wood burning area. So let's go ahead and, whoop, we're going to dig, not build. We're going to build our entrances there, and then we can put our wood burning furnace there. And then down here, we had our metal industry stuff, which was, let's see, we have a craft door shop here. We were going to have a charcoal stockpile, which I believe was going to be here. And then a ore stockpile, and then a smelter. So then what we can do is go ahead and mine out some of these. So we want that one. Whoa! Apparently I have mouse controls turned on. That's an interesting way to find that out. Okay, so we're going to want to just dig all these out. See, I can't remember if I wanted to put the wood burn. I might put the wood burning furnace there, and then the charcoal, the smelter, the ore, and then the metal bars here, and then the forge here. I think that makes a little bit more sense. So we're going to do it that way. Okay, so we're going to resume, and we need to wait for our miners to start doing stuff. One of them's drinking, one of them's sleeping. Okay. Do we have any new pets come along there? Looks like we have a stray poult now that we didn't have before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 cats, 2 dogs. We have a poult and a kitten. Those are both new. And then this, I believe we already had that keet. So, it's fine. Dwarves suspended construction of bed. It looks like they're suspending all of the beds. Huh. Let's go down there, see what's going on. So, do cabinets block placement? Let's see. Beds, cabinets, and chests do not block movement. So these guys must just be running into each other. Okay. And I'm staying right here because I see that my some of these bedrooms are just about done. So we're gonna place some doors here. We're gonna place some beds. We're gonna place some cabinets. And we're gonna place some coffers, jar containers. Of stone. Like so. Okay. Miners are still going to town here. Okay, they finished that, so let's put down our doors up here also. Oh, we may have... Oh, yeah, we're good. For some reason, I thought that that one rock looked like it wasn't actually mined out. Kind of scared me for a bit there. All right, we're placing beds. Beds are placed. We're placing cabinets. And we're placing coffers, which is H. Okay. Good, good. Go to town. Now we are going to have a little bit of stuff going on here while we're waiting for the beds and whatnot to be constructed. Okay, looks like the wood burning area has been carved out, so we're going to build a workshop. Actually, I believe that is under it's under another menu here. Furnaces, right? So we want a wood furnace. We want it right there. It can be out of gabbro. That's fine. And actually, yeah, we also need a smelter, and the smelter is going to go right here. So that was furnaces, which is E, and then smelter. Smelter goes right there. Okay, so now we're going to need to designate someone to smelt and someone to make charcoal. Let's go ahead and commit all the changes that I had already started to make before. So we're going to go and designate over here. We got wood burning. So we can just pick someone who doesn't already have some stuff assigned. He's assigned to mechanics. Let's leave him alone. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll leave him alone. We'll make this this guy here, this peasant. You are going to be a wood burner. And then we need someone to do smelting. Smelting is over... Oh, it's not over there. Smelting. Gem cutting. It's technically a secondary. But where is smelting? Siege operation, architecture, glazing, pottery, glass, gem, metal, blacksmith, armor, furnace operating, that's what it is. Okay, so we are going to make you, sir. What is your current occupation? Presser. Yeah, we're not going to be doing anything with plant pressing anytime soon, so you're going to be our furnace operator. Go. We'll get that resumed. Okay, looks like our stockpile areas are dug out here, so we can place those down. So up here we're going to have a we'll call it a stone one. Actually, I think technically these all end up being stone-ish. But yeah, so we want charcoal stockpile, an ore stockpile, and a metal bar stockpile. We're going to wait to build our forge until we have an anvil, because we can't actually build it until we do. But we need to change the settings on these. So this one is going to be charcoal, so we're going to go in here and turn off. We're going to block all. we're going to turn on charcoal. Where's that under wood? Oh, it's not under wood. Disable that. It might be a finished stone with a material. Oh. There's coal. That might be what we're looking for. I think that's it. We'll turn on bituminous coal too in case we do find any. Okay. This one is going to be metal ores only. This one is going to be bars and blocks. But it's not going to be, it's only going to be metal bars and blocks. Actually, it's just going to be metal bars. We can turn off all of this other stuff. Okay. Now stuff gets moved around. Man, our carpenter's really going to town here. He's really doing his we're really getting our money's worth out of him. Real quick, I want to look at this and see. It looks like we have bins not allowed. Let's just turn that on. Just so our all of our mechanisms can be stored in bins. Waiting for architecture, waiting for architecture. Okay, I want to make sure that we have an architect. About 90% sure that I do. Yeah, it's this guy. What's he doing right now? He's storing stuff in the stockpile. Okay, that's fine. Let's actually, let's see. Doesn't matter for the, for this one. Turn off the wheelbarrow there. But the bar and block, well, bar and block doesn't really need it either. But the ore stockpile, let's give that one a couple more wheelbarrows. Let's make it 3 wheelbarrows. Still need masonry. Oh wait, needs masonry. So that one's already been designed. Now we're just waiting for a mason to come over and give it the go-ahead. Okay, looks like this one's been designed also, so now we're just waiting on masonry on that one also.
Sorry, I can't do it, sir.
Kitten just gave birth. That's always exciting. And just so you know, I have no qualms about slaughtering kittens, so if it comes to that, that's definitely something that we can do. Okay, so I know earlier I went into the food stockpile here, and I think I actually turned off eggs, but I think we can actually turn that back on now. Yeah, so we can permit eggs in this. So the dwarves can actually get eggs. So let's unsuspend this. Oh wait, no, it's set in workflow, so we don't need to do that. We're looking much better on our food and drink stores than we were earlier. So that's good. We're a little low on meat, but once these chickens get going, that'll help with that. Now our mason is here. He's got a lot of work to do building all those doors, coffers, and cabinets. So what we're going to do is, again, this is just temporary. We're going to assign some more masons here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this last wave of guys that came in, and we're just going to turn on masonry for all of them, like so. And that's just so these 2 workshops here can get built. So I definitely want those to be finished. Okay, looks like we're going there. Good, good. All right, our smelter and our wood furnace are both active. Okay, so now the other thing that we are going to have to do is we're going to have to allow this particular pile to take bins. And we're going to do that with all of these, actually. Otherwise, these are going to take up... See, we've already got, what, 15 ores in here, and that's basically taking up all of the space that we have. Okay, we're going to make a new task to make charcoal on repeat forever. Just make tons of charcoal. Okay, so now I can go and turn off masonry on that same set of dwarves. Good, good. Okay, so now I want to take this workshop, or this stockpile, and I want to give to Carpenter's Workshop and to the wood furnace. So all of the wood for these 2 will come out of here. That'll prevent dwarves from going upstairs to get their stuff. And then we're going to... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we're going to add... I'm just looking through here. It looks like we can't actually smelt anything yet. Let's look and see what we have in here. We have Gannerite. So I'm going to pull up my little cheat sheet here for ores. Ores. Here we go. Notable materials. Gannerite. Gannerite is used to make... looks like nickel. Okay. What else do we have in here? We have sulfurite. Sulfurite. What is sulfurite used for? Sulfurite is for zinc. We have galena, which is for lead. And galena has a small chance to make silver also. So I'm just looking at the alloys that we can make with those. Let's see. So we got... galena has a 50% chance to produce silver. The alloy reactions are rather confusing. I have a hard time keeping track of what is what in here. Sure. So I might have to do a little more research off camera just to get that figured out. Okay, so but we have not found any of the things that we need for iron yet. So that's definitely going to have to be in the works here. Yeah. But again, that's not something we can really control. That's just up to what ores do we end up finding. I've struck Morian. Interesting. Okay, let's go down and look at our Wow, dwarves are really going to town here. This is good. This is good. Getting some of those ores taken care of. I want to take this level here and set up a hotkey for it. So that would be Shift H. That's going to be F3. And then we're going to name it. We are going to name it housing. Hit back there. It's fine. Okay, looks like we've got a few bedrooms set up at least here, so we can start setting those. So there's 3 of them. 4, 5, 6. Basically, any of the ones that we have beds placed on, we can set as bedrooms. The rest are still waiting for beds. And that's fine. Oh, speaking of which, there's another bed. Make bedroom. So we're going to have to check down here from time to time and just have a look at our construction nearly done. See, there's all these beds that got suspended. So we have this construction nearly done stuff. Waiting for construction means that the item hasn't been made yet. But this construction nearly done means that it was started and then got turned off for some reason. So those are all good there. Those are waiting for construction. Turn that coffer on. Turn that coffer on. Okay, well, those are set. So we still have item blocking site. Sitting, if you hit A, you can see the message there. So yeah, it was this bed right here that said that there was an item blocking the site, but there's not anything actually sitting there. So I'm not sure why that would be the case. That doesn't really make sense. So let's turn that back on. See if it gets canceled again. See, there it got placed. Okay. I'm just making a couple more bedrooms here. Still very close to being done with this. I think I'm just going to sit here for a moment. Carpenter just finished the wood bins. Not sure if that means he's done with the beds or not. He's building the beds right now. Okay. Looking at our workshop. Our guy is fervently making charcoal. Okay, we have some ore. So we can make brass, we can make bronze. We can make billin. Or we can just straight up smelt the ores. See, I'm not sure which way to go with that. Yeah. So there's some ores that you have to use bars to make. So there's rose gold, there's black bronze, there's bismuth, there's pig iron, and there's steel. All of those you smelt. You just smelt everything into bars, and then you make your your alloys from there. Yeah. So what do we have available? We have Billin. Billin. Not seeing Billin on my little cheat sheet here. I'm using a cheat sheet that's a little outdated, so I might have to find another one. I know for sure that we have the galena though, and that can turn into silver. Silver and lead, which I'm not really sure if we want to do anything with the lead. Like, I'm a little hesitant on that. Malachite does make us copper, which we could use to make bronze, I believe. Because we do also... Do we have cassiterite? We do have cassiterite, so we could make some bronze. Which would be... I mean, it's not the best material in the world, but it's better than nothing. So why don't we do that? Let's make some bronze bars. So we're going to do that. We're going to set it on repeat. So then our smelter should come in here. He's got his charcoal. He'll eventually come in here. He's probably off hauling things around. I'm just looking here to see what's in these. Let's see what's in the bin. I see the contents. View it. Can't see what's in it though. It just says plum wood bin. Exceptional plain wood bin. Weird. Yeah, so I'm not sure how to see. I'm trying to keep an eye here. So it looks like. Let's see. Is someone? Okay, someone is making bronze bars now, or has the thing set. Okay, so he had to go get ore. I kind of wonder if our ore stockpile is too small. It might be worth expanding that. But then again, I don't see any bins there. So. It might be an issue if we just need bins first. Because I really hope that he's not going to have to run all the way down there to pick up every single tiny piece of ore. Alright, well we are sitting on 30 minutes right now, so I'm going to call this an episode. I'm going to do a little bit more research on the metals, make sure that I am actually using the metals that I should be using. And see if what we can do about the ore storage, because that's taken up an awful lot of space there.